Hey guys, so I am starting this vlog technically the day before I leave, and it is Thursday 10:18 p.m. So I am going on a staycation. I'm going just to a different state in the local area, and I'm just going to be going to a spa, hopefully doing my own little bar crawl, and then I also want to visit one of the hiking areas in like the parks, just explore, just relax and prepare for my next journey, because I did just close a journey in my life and I will be opening up a new one very soon, and all of the details about that stuff will be coming soon in a Get Ready With Me who knows when. I did not record this eye look, but this is the same eye look that you guys will be seeing on yesterday's video, which will have been my must gag. I'm aiming to get this video up on the Monday right after I come back, which would be Labor Day, so hopefully it'll work out. I just need to be a little bit more proactive with getting my footage onto my computer so it's easier when the fat lady sings. Anyways, like I said, it is the night before and I need to pack. I have absolutely nothing packed, which is not like me, but life has been busy. Like, my room is a mess, which only shows you guys what's going on up here. Mess, okay? But I did pick out my luggage. I have a lot of luggage just because I love to travel, and I also have been on a lot of sports teams, stuff like that. So luggage just ends up loading up in my life, and especially duffels. But this one's really special to me. It was actually by a sorority sister's brand, and if her brand is still a thing, I will have it down below for you guys. I love this bag. I've taken this bag on quite a few trips. It doesn't have a lot of like different sections, but it is quite spacious, and I've taken this on flights. I've driven with it. It's really nice, and it also has like a mesh section here, and you guys can see I have a lot of zip ties because I use those sometimes when I'm organizing like my wires and all of that stuff. But I'm gonna stop talking. I need to literally pack this bag, so I need to go through. I don't even really have clean clothes, so this might be a very late night because I might have to literally do laundry to make sure I have clothes for this weekend, which isn't a bad thing. I also need to do my brushes. I need to clean this room. And yeah, I want to get to the spa tomorrow. I believe they open up at 10 tomorrow, which is relatively late for me. I think they're about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours away from me. So leaving it around 8-ish to get there, that's not going to kill me if I do a later night, and I typically just stay up late anyway. So I'm going to see if I have anything in this room that is clean that I can put in here, and I will be taking you guys along. I'll show you guys what I pack makeup wise. I kind of hinted to some of those things last week, but I'll show you guys actually what I pack, and then maybe when I get back, if you're interested, I'll actually show you guys what I used and what I didn't use, and hopefully in between I'll have footage of the actual adventures. I will be taking my DSLR. I don't know if I'm going to take this particular lens because this is my baby, okay? I haven't broken this lens, so I don't know if I'm going to take her, but I'm definitely going to take this, and of course my phone. So some footage is going to be on here, some footage is going to be on my phone. So just rock with me, but I hope you guys enjoy this vlog, and I just needed this little vacation. Even though it's not splashy, it's just very relaxing, and honestly, even if I stay in my room, because I did get an Airbnb, so even if I stay in my Airbnb and sleep, I'll be okay with that. I will be okay. So yeah, let me stop rambling and see what clothes I have that are clean in this room. So at the spa, they have a pool, so I'm just gonna bring a bathing suit just in case. I have quite a few different kind of basic tops. I have some crops here. I have some shorts and jeans and a pair of leggings. If I didn't say, I'm only going to be gone for like 3 days, so it's not even that big of a deal. I think I'm going to find maybe 1 or 2 shirts and maybe a dress. Sometimes I don't mind wearing dresses on vacation, so I actually should be able to deal with going with all of the stuff that I actually have clean, although it wouldn't hurt to wash all of my dirty laundry because I have weeks worth of dirty laundry. So let me just find a couple more shirts and then we're all set clothing wise pretty much. And then the only other things I really need to do is pack my beauty and all of that. So I'll make sure to show you guys that stuff too. So for my makeup bag, I decided to go ahead and with this pouch again. I really liked it the last time and I figured let's just keep working with it. Oh, I forgot one product. Let me find it. In the top, I pretty much put all of the makeup. The one item I forgot was the e.l.f. No Budge eyeshadow primer, the setting spray Project Pan. I used this powder. I'm gonna try this one because it is pressed and I just prefer a pressed powder when I am on some form of vacation. Although, how am I gonna apply this? I didn't put a brush in here. I'll throw this brush in there. Okay, so then I have my powder blush, which once again, I forgot to put my brush. Okay. Then we have bronzer. So this is a Project Pan bronzer. So we're gonna go with that. Eyeshadow, we're gonna use the same two products that I have on my eyes today. Really excited for these. Foundation, I'm just gonna keep knocking down my Fenty foundation. I'm gonna use my Project Pan mascara, Project Pan concealer, normal lip gloss, lip liner Project Pan, lipstick Project Pan, and then I'm also gonna have just my Natasha just in case. And then this primer, I'm still trying to get a read on. So all of that is going to be the makeup that I bring. And all things considered, it actually fits in there quite nicely. And then on the bottom is where I put my tools. So I have literally the most minimum amount of products for tools. This is my primer brush. This is my underbrow brush, liner brush, lid crease brush, blush brush, bronzer brush, and then my sponge. I also just realized that I forgot my brow product, so I'm gonna go ahead and put both of those in this section right here, and then we're just gonna go ahead and close her up. It's that simple for me. I don't really put a lot of makeup in these kind of trips. Typically, I only will really wear makeup once during the trip, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And to be quite honest, that's pretty much that. I don't really have anything else to show you. Oh, beauty. Yes, perfume. The perfume that I'm gonna actually bring is just the perfume that's already in my purse. And this is the Pure Musk Narciso Rodriguez for Her. I prefer the other one that I already finished, which is the toilette version of this, but it's nice. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this. And since it's already in my purse, I really didn't have to pack it because it's going to be there. So I think that's all I'm going to show you guys on the packing aspect. I just really need to clean up my room, and I think I'm still going to do laundry because it would just be nice to come back and not have to deal with that and just kind of start off fresh. So we'll see how the night goes, but I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of pre-trip situation, and yeah, let's see how much shenanigans I can get into. Alrighty, so I'm starting my day off extra late. I'm pretty sure. So I told you guys yesterday that the spa would not open until 10. Something told me to double check that just to make sure. And the spa definitely opens at 9. And it's almost 9 and I'm still in my neck of the woods. They're about an hour away from me, which isn't that bad. But I was really hoping to get there exactly at opening because I actually have something that I have to go to my Airbnb around 1:30. I have to be there because I have to check the internet to make sure it's working to do a certain thing. So I'll be cutting my day short today, but what I will do is I will inquire at the spa, because if I can make it where like I can get a day pass and I can leave and then come back, then I will come back. That is literally the only thing that I have planned to do today, and so it wouldn't hurt to maybe get a breather. I don't know how my body is going to adapt to all of the heat and all of that stuff, but my back really needs it right now. Like I told you guys, I messed up my back. It's feeling better, I'm getting a little aches right now, but I'm gonna go without the medicine until after that session that I'm gonna put myself through in the sauna and the steam rooms and the rock rooms, all of that jazz. Like I said, if I can leave out of here latest 9, it's about 8:45 right now. So about 15 minutes, hopefully it will only take to get through this Starbucks line. Then I should be able to get there at about 10, which would be 10 to 1. That's only 3 hours, and for the price, I'm sure that's not like worth it, and that's fine. But for me, that would probably be enough if I'm only doing the sauna and the rock room and all of that, because that was my main target. I would love to kind of maybe at least go to the eatery, and there's also pools there. I feel like there would be some beautiful areas for me to take some pictures, just to me relaxing, and also to just read. I do have a book that I aim to finish this weekend, and I will get it done. So all of this rambling for no reason. So basically my goal is to get to the spa as early as I can after I get my Starbucks, and then what I'm going to do is see if I can leave and then come back the same day with my day pass. If I can't, I will get the weekend pass, and I will go tomorrow morning before my festivities, because tomorrow all I plan to do is just hop around from beer and wine establishment to beer and wine establishment. So that's all. I'm about to make my order, and I don't really know it. I think I do. I'll try it. I'll try off memory and see if I do it right. But yeah, I think that's it. So hopefully it works. Fine, how are you?
I'm good. Can I get this?
Can I have a venti blondie latte with 3 extra shots of the vanilla syrup? Then can I also have the mushroom and kale egg bite?
Okay.
And then can I also have 2 croissants, please?
Anything else?
No, that's it. Thank you.
No problem. It's 1887. Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you. Alrighty, so I just landed at the spa. Hopefully the footage that I took while I was driving wasn't too messy, but basically I am at King's Spa, which is in Chantilly, Virginia. Like I said, it was about an hour away from me, so not too far, and it is just before 10 o'clock. So my plan of action is pretty much, I'm most likely just gonna go ahead and get the weekend pass. From what I can see online, the weekend pass is only $60 and the day pass is $50. So even if I can come multiple times today, I actually think I might go ahead and just do the weekend pass, because as long as I can come multiple times every day for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm here this whole weekend. And tomorrow, like I said, the only thing I plan to do is the beer and winery kind of random tour that I plan to do myself. And then also on Sunday, I'm going to be going later to do like a hike. So I don't have any plans for mornings at all, and really the day at all for both days. And so coming here might be a way to relax my body fully this whole weekend. So I have a, what is this called? This. It'll splash on the screen. My brain, girl. So this is not the right freaking drink. I don't drink hot drinks from Starbucks. I drink cold drinks. So imagine my surprise when they handed that to me. But it was my fault. I completely spaced on saying iced when they asked me what I wanted. I do have my bathing suit, but I'm not going to try and push that today. Really today, what I want to do is just relax my back in the rock rooms and the saunas while I'm stretching. So I'm going to put this in my trunk. Easy tip, never have anything valuable showing in your car when you're out of your car for a long time. This is the book that I plan to read. Hopefully it's not too hot that I'm sweating really badly and the pages get really mucky, but this is the book that I aim to read. I do have electronic books that just became available today that I've already pre-ordered, or I plan to actually read to continue the series. So in the event that this gets too bad, I will put it in the locker that they give us and I will just read off of my phone. But I'm going to kind of feng shui my life a little bit more. Like I said, I'm going to put this in the trunk because I'm not going to stress over doing that today. I just want a weekend pass. I'll pay the $10, and if I don't feel well enough to come back tomorrow or Sunday, that's okay. It's only $10 additional than what I would have already paid just to come today, which was really my grand plan. So let me get all of that stuff, and then I will kind of hopefully do quite a bit of filming inside because I'm really excited. It's actually quite a big building, so yeah, really, really excited. Okay, so I just got back out of the King's Spa. I'd been in there for about an hour and a half or so, and I was very disappointed when I went to initially like go and get the weekend pass, because I knew I was going to be there for less than, you know, the day amount, if you will. Basically, I was alerted to the fact that I could only buy a weekend pass online, which it's not what it said on the website, but whatever. I'm not really going to get into the semantics. I'm not that person. It was 10 a.m. I wasn't about to argue. I already knew that I was going to be paying $50 and maybe not getting the full $50 worth. But honestly, I feel lighter, I feel calm, and it was nice. It was nice. I don't know necessarily if I did as much stretching as I could or should have, would have, but I definitely did stretch in there. And I went into all of the spaces that I thought would really help me. I was pretty much in those sauna rooms for at least, at minimum, like 2 of those hours. Very little of the time was I outside, but I was constantly reading my book, which I am loving this book so far. I really want to just close the shutters and really just dive into this. I'm on chapter 5, and if you are interested in fantasy romance but not like a smut version, I would say maybe look into this. This feels like a fantasy romance but also like a historical vibe to it. So if you were interested in Tessa Dare, or you read Tessa Dare because I recommended her in the past and you did enjoy her vibes, this is giving me similar vibes. Maybe not as funny, but in that same element. So like I said, it is 12:30 now, and technically, at least according to my Airbnb, it said I could only check in at 2, but I had asked to check in as early as 1:30, and I just got a notification saying, are you ready to check in? And I am. So I think I'm gonna click that. There was a food place around here that I wanted to try, so I think I'm gonna click that to see if it will let me check in early. If it will, I'm gonna pick up the food and like take it back to the Airbnb. I ate all that food this morning and that huge thing of coffee, so I'm not hungry right now, but I don't really have any intentions of leaving the house now that I can't come back, because they don't even let you come back the same day if you do a day pass. It's all very, very unfortunate, but it's okay. I've spent more money on vacation activities than I did for that, and some of those activities were actually even a less amount of time, and at least in that one I really got to choose what I did, how long I was there, etc. So I'm still very much happy. I think this could be a nice little splurge, and I like that there are different temperatured rooms. So if you are somebody who can't handle extreme temperatures, maybe don't go into that first room that I went into. That was the most hot room out of all of them. And when I went to do like a second pass throughout all the rooms, that was the room that I could not handle a second time. And so at that point I was just like, you know, I'm good. Still feeling a little tight in my back. I'm not gonna hold you up, but I did just apply a little bit of the medicine according to my family members' instructions. And so like I said, I'm gonna try to check into my Airbnb, try to get some food, and then prepare mentally for this exam that I'm gonna try and take, and hopefully I'm able to pass it. Otherwise, if I'm not, it is all good. I got it free through a library, and I'm very, very appreciative, and I learned a lot, but I'm not gonna like be down in the dumps because I don't pass it. This is my vacation and I'm taking it one day at a time. So yeah, that's all I got. Let me see if I can figure out what the food place was, and if I can't, I will try to show you guys the food that I end up picking up. So I was able to figure out the restaurant that I had kind of like pre-figured out I wanted to try, and it is right behind me. It is called it's called Eastgate Asian Grill, right? Asian Bistro. So I ordered about 20 minutes ago. And while I was sitting in here, I was going online, and of course it's Labor Day, which means there are a whole lot of Labor Day sales. So take your purchasing very, very carefully, because there's always going to be another sale, especially because today, at least when I'm filming this part, it is only Friday. So I'm sure there are a lot of other sales that are bound to come up around the corner. I do have a cart of stuff at Sephora that I've wanted to pick up. I just haven't pulled the trigger, so I might do that. And there were 2 things that were on the sale that I was halfway interested in. So maybe that, but there's just so many things going on. I also was super dehydrated, and I realized I didn't bring any form of snacks at all for the Airbnb, and I usually have just like junk food. So I did pick up a little bit because there was a Walgreens walking distance, and it was really cute because the lady that was at the cash register, she kind of pushed me to get a Walgreens card because I haven't had one. And long story short, I was able to save like $4 because I got a Walgreens card. So always helpful. I just got a whole bunch of water. I have 3 water bottles in here. None of them were full. And after all of that saunaing, I am definitely dehydrated. So that is going to be my goal for the rest of today, is to rehydrate, because tomorrow is my little unofficial bar crawl, and you need to be hydrated if you're going to drink alcohol and stuff. So I'm just going to fill up my water bottles. Then I might go into the bistro just to see if my order is done early, and then I'm gonna head over to my Airbnb because I gotta get there by 1:30 latest so I can be ready for what I need to do by 2. So yeah, hopefully that was any type of helpful. Hey guys, so I have been at this Airbnb for a little while now. I would say about an hour and a half. I wanted to sit down and do my certification, and I was able to pass that exam. So I'm really happy about that. That's like one thing that's no longer stressing my mind. But this is kind of the entryway, and this is kind of exactly what I saw when I first came. You see there's like a little like cute fireplace there, and then of course like a cute little living room. There's a very small like kitchenette situation, and there of course is the fridge. Then there's a nice little table, and the person that owns this Airbnb actually baked me some muffins, but I was starving and I had already bought food, so I haven't dove into those yet. Maybe in the future though. So yeah, like I said, this is the Airbnb. It's really nice actually. You know, I have my own little space. I think that actually goes to like their area, so that's why that door is actually locked. Like I said, that is the fridge. Convenient, nice. I doubt I'm honestly going to use it. And then we have, and it's nice enough, very clean, sleek situation. Nothing to really write home about, but it's enough for me being here on a weekend. As you can see, I've already kind of staked my territory, and yeah, here I am. Okay, keep going. The last little section I gotta show you is just the bed area. Very simple bed situation. I did not really want or need something that was really crazy. So like I said, this pretty much just happened to be the perfect area, and that's why I picked this Airbnb. I really wanted to explore the Chantilly area, and it's been interesting based on like kind of my perception of what it would be, and then actually being here, and I'm like, oh okay, it's not necessarily what I thought, but I'm really happy to be here. I was really happy to have done the spa earlier. It was very relaxing. My whole body feels relaxed, and I think that was what really helped me to just be focused during my certification exam and get that certification. So I'm really excited. I would definitely strongly recommend you guys look into certifications. Those could be really helpful. Certain jobs, those are like requirements, and if you can get it for free through your local library, that's just the icing on the cake, you know? So that's really exciting. And I guess now let me show you guys some of the stuff that I got at the grocery store. It's not like in a cumbersome little haul, but I figured I'd do it anyways. Quickly, because my camera's actually gonna die, and I completely forgot to bring my charger. So I'm gonna need to get my mom to bring that. Anyways, a couple of days ago, a coworker got this for me, so I'm gonna be eating this. This is from Bundt Cakes. I don't know if they're like all throughout the country, but I really loved this. I also just picked up some almonds. If you can get the salt and vinegar version, I promise you, you will be addicted. As long as you love salt and vinegar, they're really good. I like these too, but they're just not as good. And then the bag that can't get out the frame is the pop corners. I really love these. These are like a healthier alternative to eating popcorn, and that's just right up my alley. So my day has pretty much been done, really, if we're being honest. I think I'm gonna sit back. I need to take a shower first, so I'm gonna clean up, sit back, maybe junk on some food, and also I really want to dive deeper into this book. I also might see if there's any really good sales that I really want to participate in. We'll see though, we'll see. So yeah, that's all for now. Okay guys, so it is Saturday morning and I'm getting dressed for going out for like breakfast brunch situation. And I figured I would show you guys my makeup look because I don't typically do this kind of get ready with me type situation. So I've already found a couple of different eateries that I would like to eat at and just visit. A couple of them are bar and food places. Quite a few of them are bar and food places. So I think that's gonna be interesting and maybe even better than I had thought previously, because previously I was kind of in the mindset that I was going to literally go bar hopping, but that's like years ago for me. So what I think I'm gonna do actually is go to brunch, and most brunches have some form of alcoholic beverage served. So I'm just gonna do that. And there's one or two places that I researched, and they actually have like a beer that they sell like in packs. So I may get a pack or two for here, and if I really like it, I may take a pack home. But I also just want to kind of venture out. The place that I'm staying, like I said, is like the basement of a townhouse, and so it's like the basement of a townhouse and a family lives in that townhouse. So, you know, when the family woke up this morning, I woke up this morning, you know, that type of situation. And so I think it would not hurt for me to be out and about today. I do kind of want to continue to read. I did finish my book, Half a Soul. It was really, really good. I really did like it. And now I'm going to try and see what else that author has written. There looks to be like a prequel kind of sequel book in this kind of series following the characters. So I may look into getting that because that was just a really easy read, but also an interesting read. You know, sometimes fantasy is just a little too heady for me, and that was enough fantasy, but also enough elements of other genres that I really like that I got through it relatively quickly, and I would have gotten through it quicker had I not been so distracted yesterday, honestly. But yeah, I just figured it'd be kind of cool for you guys to see me applying my makeup kind of in real time. I don't like how this is laying on my skin, but I'm still really trying to test out that primer. I don't think that primer is the primer for me, honestly, but still testing it out. So yeah, I plan to go to, there's a Mexican brunch that opens up at 10:30. Right now it is 9:45, so I'll get there early, and the place is not very far from me. I think everywhere that I'm thinking of eating is like in a 10 to 15 minute ratio around here. But I'm also really interested in, there's a place around here called Texas Donuts. I'd never heard of them before, and they seem to have donuts, and I figured it'd be kind of cool to get maybe a couple of donuts, bring them back, eat them slowly. That's something that, you know, you get use out of and you appreciate, especially when you're just junking out in life and you're not really trying to watch what you eat and all that stuff. So I'm just gonna try and set my whole base with this setting powder that I brought. I really didn't bring the right tools or products, but I think we're gonna be able to make it work. Yeah, my face is nice and set. It's a good powder, it's just this was not the right brush for it. So anyways, let me also go ahead and reach for my bronzer, and I'm actually just going to use the exact same brush, especially now that I have that powder. It shouldn't adhere too bad because it should have a little bit of that other powder on the brush still today at all. But I am going to go ahead and reach for my e.l.f. pot. And I think today I'm going to try applying it with this brush. I typically use this for like potted products. So I'm just going to tap a little bit onto the brush and then apply it. So yeah, my main goal today is just to eat, drink, and have some fun. I wish that the Wi-Fi in this place actually extended to the bath or to the bedroom. It really drives me bonkers that it doesn't. But I think what I'm gonna do today is actually just sit on the couch and maybe watch some movies on my computer and just kind of get in the seasonal spirit, because it is basically fall, and you guys know I love fall, love it to death. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But I still do want to eat out, at least my first meal of the day today. So I want to have brunch out, and then what I may do is come back in and then maybe order to pick up and then just continue with my movie series, because I will not be ordering delivery here. The way that this place is and the access, I don't know. I don't even want the owners to know that I'm ordering food. It's just a really weird setup that I'm personally not used to. I'm used to having like the whole place to myself. So like not having to hear the owners and their children and all that. So this is definitely an adjustment for me. And it's just more information for me. Next time I will definitely not book a place like this. I will make sure that even though it says I have the entire place to myself, I clearly don't, right? Like I clearly have to go through the back just to get to my car, and like there's grass and stuff. It's just like a whole thing that I was not expecting nor planning to have to deal with, and it's just more information for me for the future. I'm like, okay, maybe next time what we're not going to do is book a basement location, you know? So food for thought there. But I'm just gonna put on a really quick eye look. I was just talking, that's the only reason why it took so long. So yeah, like I said, with this quad, it definitely does break up, and I do have oily eyelids, but you can really just smooth it back out. If you notice that it breaks up, just take your finger, smooth it right back out. It's honestly good to go. So I get why Laura May Beauty loves this, because if that's your aesthetic, and she's kind of already totes that she does that with her foundation and stuff, because she doesn't really set with as much powder as she used to. So that's really not all that much more for her to have to do. So that's the eye look. All I'm gonna do is put on some mascara. I'm also gonna put on a lip product. I don't really know. And I need to do my brows, wow. So that's pretty much that. But I will show you guys the adventures that I take outside. And maybe I'll do something else, like sit outside and read or something. I don't really know. But I'll take you guys along. Okay, so in case my footage was really terrible or you really just couldn't see my makeup, this is what I'm looking like. Very, very pretty. A little bit more than I honestly wanted. Next time I think I'm just gonna use the Rowan palette, because the NARS it gives very nighttime appropriate, which isn't a bad thing. It's the day. Anyways, I'm going to Red's Tavern and Tequila Bar, something like that. So on Google, it said that it was open, the happy hour is open from 10:30 to 2, but on my maps, it says that the building doesn't open till 11:30. So I don't really know what's gonna happen, but we're gonna go there. We're gonna see if they're available at 10:30. If they're not, there looks to be another food eatery nearby. If not, I will go to one of the other ones that I've kind of pinned that I wanna try. But this day is very much open-ended. This whole weekend was just very much relaxed, and I enjoyed my night last night, other than the lack of Wi-Fi in the room, but it's all good. I just wanted to show you guys my makeup in natural lighting, just in case, although I guess the sun is behind me, so you really can't see, but you can see enough. So yeah, anyways, let me head there. I need my GPS, so I need to stop talking. You know when they say everything happens for a reason, everything happens for a reason. I went to the Mexican place thinking I was going to be brunch there, and they opened up later than I wanted. I was hungry in the moment, and I realized I still had the other option, which is lazy dog eat and drink. And it was really, really nice. I very rarely have I gone out and actually ate out by myself. But the waiter was really, really nice. He made sure to provide food for me, check in on me. I was sitting there with my Kindle, enjoying my reading, eating. I ended up basically having nachos and then like 2 things of beer. And one was really good, so I ended up getting a 4-pack for me for the next 2 days, and then another 4-pack for family members that I will see in a couple of days. So I wanted to make sure they tried it as well. This place looked really, really nice. I'm gonna make sure to have them hopefully linked down below or whatever. And then also in this same shopping center, they also had crumble cookies. So I've never heard of this brand. I've never even seen this brand other than Leah Janae, who is on YouTube. I watch her videos lately because she does a lot of like shop with me's type stuff, and I really enjoy those. And she had done a crumble video, and I was like, well, that looks interesting. It looks kind of like insomnia cookies, but like an adult version. You know, you're not supposed to be drunk or high when you're eating the food. Anyways, so I saw them, and so I decided to walk over. So I now have those. I have some beer. You know, your girl is vibing. Now it is just shy of noon. And like I said, I don't really have any plans. I would like to go back to the same area that I was for the previous brunch place that I wanted to go to, because there is a Korean food place that looks delicious, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and try them. And that whole shopping center really just looks like ethnically diverse, and I'm loving it. I really am. The only thing that would make it better is if there was like some Nigerian and Ethiopian places there. That would be the spot. But either way, I think I might drive around this little area real quick just to kind of get the venue. Maybe there may be another shop or two that I want to dip into here, but other than that, I think I'm just going to go back to the Airbnb, relax, read. I've been really enjoying my book. You guys know I love my reading, and like I said, I was reading on my Kindle while I was eating my brunch, and it's not gonna discontinue because I'm done with brunch. So yeah, I'm just really, really excited. You know, a lot of people have those scary tales of like them eating by themselves and it taking forever for them to get seated and all of that. And everybody was so nice to me. They sat me easily. And, you know, while I was seated, they were providing the food and just the normal kind of service that I typically get when I'm with somebody. And that's a first for me. But it's a new day, and I'm trying to live life. That's what this whole vlogging experience is about for me today. It's all about living life and not living for my plans. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna switch the camera so you guys can see my journey, but I'm just gonna drive around this little area. I don't know the name of the shopping center, but I'm sure I'll have it on the screen for you all in case you were interested. So yeah. Okay, I don't know if it's this area in Virginia or if it's just the fact that I never leave my house, but every 2 seconds I see another place that I want to try their food or another thing that I'm like, ooh, I want to try it. But anyways, while I was in the parking lot, I figured since this is like the Bath and Body Works like period where they're doing limited edition candles, I would try and find a Bath and Body Works around here that I could maybe get my nose on that maple bacon candle. So I found one, but also in this shopping center it's actually a Marshall's. So I'm gonna try and hit up both of them. I need to hide my goodies like my beer and my cookies in my trunk, but other than that, I'm excited. Okay guys, so I want to just run through everything that I did while I was gone. Like I said, I went to the Lazy Dog diner thing. I really enjoyed the experience, and for somebody who it was my first time eating out like that, it was really nice. The actual area was really nice too. There were a lot of outdoor or just kind of it was like basically an outlet restaurant mall, so there were a lot of different places that you could get to, and I really liked that. Like I said, there was a crumbly cookies like literally steps away, so I did pick up some cookies. I bought one that was a cookie, one that was peanut butter flavored, one that was chocolate chip flavored, and some other ones. I don't really know. I will hopefully have it on the screen for you all, and I'll also have a close-up so that you guys can see, and I'll kind of tell you guys my favorites on that. Alrighty guys, so as you can see, I've already sampled each cookie that I picked up today. I picked up the 4-piece. I think this is like $15 or whatever. This one is a peanut butter cookie, and I think there is like some salt in there as well. I think this is really good. It would just be better if there were some pretzels. It would be perfect if there were pretzels in there. This one is a chocolate chip, but also has pumpkin in there. I don't particularly like this one. It's probably because there's the pumpkin in there and the balance is just off. I just genuinely do not like the taste of pumpkin, but I figured why not? It was the only one that I was missing, and I just needed a fourth one to finish this kit. This one just seems to be a normal chocolate chip. Of course, it is delicious. Oh, and this one's a lot fluffier than the other three. It's like it low-key rose a little too high compared to the other ones. They probably put too much baking soda in there. Anyways, and then this one is like a dark chocolate peanut butter combination. This one's delicious. Really good. So between the 4, like as they are created, I would say these 2 are my favorite, but I really do like this one. I just wish that they put some pretzels on there, and had I known that I would want pretzels on there, I would have literally bought pretzels to eat with that, because it's that good. I just am missing the pretzels. How many times have I said pretzels? Probably not enough. I'm trying to run through this because my camera battery does not have much left, and I won't be getting a new battery until tomorrow when a family member comes up so we can do a hike together. So that's that. And I went to Ross, which was the second kind of discount store that I went to. I bought a couple of different things. So I bought some plantain chips. I love to eat those. So even if I don't eat those during this trip, I will eat those when I get back home. I also bought some gummy worms. I love gummy worms, especially the sour version. So once again, even if I don't eat it here, I will eat it when I get back home. I also got a huge tub of water. Thankfully and very nicely, the owner of this Airbnb did put 2 bottles of water in the fridge, but they were really small. And I drink water very quickly, especially because I am drinking right now. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge so it can be ready to fill up my water bottle once I really need to drink that. The last thing I got from Ross is actually these shoes. They were really cute. They were this nude sneaker shoe. I've never had nude sneakers before, and I feel like I could dress these up or dress these down. So I really wanted to get up these, and they weren't that bad. They were $36.99, and these are Guess. I don't really care about the name brand. I just liked the vibe of the actual shoe. I will be taking out the sole because who knows how many people stuck their foot in these, and I'll be replacing them with like comfortable shoe soles just that I could get cheap off of Amazon. But I just liked this shoe, so I wanted to go ahead and pick them up. Okay, last I went to Marshall's. No, not last. I also went to Marshall's and I got the Commodity Magnolia scent and the top notes are magnolia, water lily, musk, and those are some things that I really, really liked. So I thought that would be kind of cool. And that brand does seem quite expensive. I was able to pick this up for $34.99, and I feel like that was a nice deal. Then I also got this Eau de Juice, which is a brand that I've seen on Ulta. I meant to pick up like 3 or 4 from this range when they went on major sale on Ulta. I just forgot. I forgot. And so anyways, I picked this up for $19.99, once again from Marshalls. And do they have the notes here? It's a fruity floral, basically. And I just loved the packaging, and I thought it would be really, really cool to add to my collection. So I picked that one up. And then the last one that I picked up is the Britney Spears Fantasy one. I've been looking at this kind of since Lauren Mae Beauty did her like celebrity fragrance video, and it was in Marshalls, and you know, it is what it is. This one was $24.99. So excited about that. Then in addition, I also, right next to the Marshalls was the Bath & Body Works, which was the main reason why I went into this shopping center to begin with. And they had still $10 off of candles, which I'm surprised about because at least online, yesterday was the last day for $10 off the candles, because I bought a whole bunch of candles online because of that. Anyways though, I was in store and I sniffed around and I saw this one, which is pumpkin apple. So they have a lot of like pumpkin-y scents right now. And this one really smelled good. I love the combination of the pumpkin and the apple. So I went ahead and picked this up, and I actually picked up a backup. This is the first time for me, and this is Ghoul Friend. I've burned a lot of this one, the first one that I picked up, and so I figured go ahead and pick up the second one. I already got 10% or $10 off both candles, and then I already had a coupon on my app that was $10 off of a $30 purchase, and both of these were $30 added up. So I was able to get an additional $10 off of the $10 each that I got off of both candles. Hopefully that makes sense. So really happy about that. So I am tired, I'm exhausted. I just got back to the house and I just wanted to wrap this video up really. I really had a good time, not only with the food that I ate, but just the relaxing aspect of it. And hopefully I'll be able to do it again soon so I can continue to just recharge my battery and be prepared for all of the journeys and challenges that I have coming up. So that's all I got for you guys. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.